Hey people, it is Wednesday, February the 19th. Time is 11:25 a.m. and it is around minus 6 degrees Celsius, but feeling more like minus 12 with the wind chill here in downtown Toronto. I'm at the corner of Yonge Street and Carlton. And as you can see, there's still plenty of big snowbanks on the sides of downtown's main street, but snow clearing has begun, so it's a matter of time until these are removed. Can't be soon enough, in my opinion. And College Street looking that way in the same sort of condition. But I thought I would get off of the main street for this walk. I'm actually going to head just a little bit to the east here on Carlton Street and make my way through a laneway, and then I'll continue walking through various laneways and a linear park as I make my way north. I'm somewhat prepared to deal with some snow in some of these laneways. Here's the first laneway. So basically I'll just be walking parallel to Yonge Street, but a bit off the beaten path. It's a bit of an adventure, I suppose. And then I'll eventually start heading east. I think I'll end up on Sherbourne Street, on the far east side of downtown. Pay special attention to the cars in these conditions. All right, let's walk through the Courtyard Marriott entryway. I think this hotel is slated to be redeveloped. There's Buddies in Bad Times Theater. Now, can I continue? Is this a laneway over here? It looks like it is. My mission is not to walk on Yonge Street for this leg of the walk. We just did that not too long ago with Johnny Strides. That was a fun collab. I don't think I've ever walked along this side of Buddies in Bad Times before. And yeah, it's totally uncleared here, but at least there's somewhat of a beaten down path. All right, where to now? I'm not sure if I'll be able to continue without actually going onto Yonge Street. Actually, no, there's a laneway right over here. I think this is the laneway I meant to walk down instead of walking past that side of the theater. But okay, we're back on track. This guy's taking a shortcut. Maybe he wants to avoid Yonge Street as well. Seems like everybody wants to walk through here. Got a car coming up behind me. What a mess. The snow just gums up everything. I wanted to walk along this laneway, but there's a big truck blocking it. I guess I can walk through the parking lot. There's a new tower just starting to rise above ground. I think that'll be about 40 stories when it's eventually topped out. Walking through parking lots is not something I generally like to do. All right, we're approaching Wellesley Street. I like how the parking lot is considered a walkway, though. I suppose it is, but it just looks like a parking lot. Everything is just so topsy-turvy. Just want to cross the street. Piles of slippery slush, dirty brown gross slush everywhere. Alright. Coast is clear one way. Now I have to wait for traffic to clear going the other way. Okay, traffic has stopped. I think this is my chance. I'm going to walk alongside Wellesley Station through this other laneway. And this one's also blocked, but at least it's a smaller vehicle. I think I can get past that one. Some nice grit. Like those old fire escapes. Modern towers rising behind. Now, the linear park should begin. I know part of it was closed down for some rehabilitation. I thought it had reopened recently. Just barely squeeze through here. My feet are just slipping and sliding with every step. All right. There's another entrance to Wellesley Station right over there. So I should be able to walk north for several blocks along here, which is a bit more pleasant. The snow here is much more packed down from constant people constantly walking on it. It's Bumpkin's Steak and Seafood. I heard on the local news it might take several weeks for the city to clear away all of the snowbanks from various streets. Like, look at these cars over here. They're just completely buried in. Got snow on top and snow all around. All right, so this part of the linear park is Norman Jewison Park. That's a film director from Toronto. He passed away just a couple of years ago, I believe, but he was a long-time Toronto resident, known for some pretty major movies, Hollywood movies that he directed. I think Moonstruck might be one of his best known movies, starring Cher. Some nice little townhouses. Good luck trying to make use of those benches. The one is looking very tall these days. I think it has about 6 more residential floors to go. And then the crown on top. So I think in the next few months it should top out. And the park continues with a new name, George Hislop Park. The reason why this park is here in this linear fashion is the subway line runs directly underneath it, line 1. It's nice to be able to walk through here again. This was closed for it seemed like a couple of years. It was Carl Street. So the park comes to an end, but I'm going to continue walking north through the parking garage. Wow. And this will take me to Hayden Street. I've never gone up to the top of this parking garage. I might have to do that sometime. I imagine the views might be pretty decent, although it's surrounded by much taller buildings. I don't know what she's screaming about. All right, we're going to head east now along Hayden Street. Bloor Street is just another block to the north. If you're wondering exactly where I am. Got some more walkways here.
I do install, I do everything.
Looks like this building has topped out now. The latest addition to the Bloor-Yorkville skyline. Church Street. I'll keep walking along Hayden. It dead ends up ahead, but I believe there's another walkway I can take. To the south is the Church Wellesley Village. Never noticed this place before, the Bishop and Belcher. Not sure how long that's been there. So as you can see, this is a very dense residential area with mainly tall buildings. Lots of old rental buildings and newer condo buildings. Sidewalk is only wide enough for one person. Oh, maybe it's a bit better here. All right, now I think this is where the walkway goes. That's the end of Hayden Street. Walk through here. Let's do it. I've never walked through here before. That other walkway I was on would have just taken me to Charles Street. But I've done that before. I've never done this. Not that it's terribly exciting or anything, but it is another place I can say I've walked. And the sun is starting to come out. Might warm things up a little bit. This is Ted Rogers Way, although it becomes Jarvis Street just once you pass Charles. Make sure I'm not about to get run over. This is a very awkward place for pedestrians. Where Mount Pleasant Road sort of comes to an end and merges with Jarvis Street. Now I think there's a staircase over here. The thing is, can I get across here? I might have to cross at the intersection. Chance trying to cross Mount Pleasant Road there without the help of a proper signalized crossing. You can see how awkward it is here. Yep. Okay, so now I can cross here, and then I have to cross again. But as long as there's no traffic coming, I'm just going to go against the red light here. A lot of people just fed up with the snow. I mean, not that Torontonians don't honk anytime, snow or no snow, but right now everything is just a bit discombobulated, I think, for both pedestrians and motorists. Look at these snowbanks. There's barely a sidewalk here. Good luck to anyone with a stroller or something, or a wheelchair. It's literally about 1 foot wide here. 30 centimeters. So there's where Mount Pleasant Road goes under Bloor Street. stairs I was looking for. So this neighborhood is called Upper Jarvis, although I don't really hear a lot of people referring to it that way, but that's what it is. All right, here's Selby Street. So this is the street I'll take to continue east. Looks like the sidewalk is pretty busy. Maybe I'll walk on the street. Dog's getting a nice, comfy, warm ride. There's a little mini mall inside there, with a grocery store and a few other retailers. And some very tiny flurry action coming down. This big red tower is also called the Selby, named after the street, I suppose. That was actually a rental tower, not a condo. The sidewalk here is in atrocious condition. Not even a hint of it being cleared in any way. It's a fairly new hotel, the Canopy by Hilton. It's that shorter tower is the hotel, I believe, and the taller one is the condominium. And here is Sherbourne Street. I sort of wanted to come over here to check this construction site out right over here. So I heard they just erected a tower crane, and sure enough, there it is. That project seems stalled for months and months. Like 7 or 8 months. It didn't seem to have any activity after initially digging the big pit. There's some speculation that maybe it was canceled, but some activity resumed not too long ago, and I think just yesterday they erected this crane, so I guess this tower is now going to be starting to go upwards. It'll be another 50-story building, about the same height as that one. And this is St. Jamestown across the street. So I think I'm going to start to wrap up this walk. A little further up ahead is the Fresh Co, and I'm going to make a stop there. And then I'll head home. So I hope you enjoyed another wintry walk around downtown. This time I sort of kept off of the main downtown streets as much as I could. Walking through some laneways and parking lots and parking garages. And a nice linear park. So I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you did or not. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And also be sure to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as via my merch store. Or you can also support the channel by becoming a channel member, or by sending a super thanks if you prefer. And you can find me on Instagram also under K Continuum. So thanks for watching. And thanks to all the channel members, and be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue.